Sweet lovely Leos, this is your horoscope for April 2025. And April will be all about travel, foreign lands, and projects. Now, in April, we have two planets stopping retrograde finally. So, moving faster, stopping there, slowing down. And those two planets will be Mercury and Venus. But it still means that April is not the month to start anything new projects, and plus do plastic surgeries, or to change your appearance drastically, because Venus is planet of beauty. It's still retrograding for the first half of April, and all the planets that retrograde, they need time to get to their full power, and that will be only by the end of May. So better to postpone all important things like opening business, getting married, signing marriage papers. To celebrate is okay, but signing marriage papers until end of April. Anyhow, if you're more like interested in detail what these two planets retrograding in the same spot in your chart means to you, hit those videos that I made separately on each of them, on each of retrogrades on my YouTube channel. Now, April 7th, Mercury goes direct in your 8th house, and April 13th, Venus goes direct in your 8th house too. They are retrograding hand in hand, almost in the same degree, same spot in your chart. Now, universe obviously wants you to pay attention to that part of your chart, ruling money. Now, 8th house is that money that comes into your pocket from other people or from other institutions. Like if you're a student, that it's your scholarship. If you are divorced, then it's that alimony that you receive for your kids or for yourself. And if you're a business owner, then that's a funding, that you receive, investors money also that you received, or some financial support, some governmental support, also your taxes. Here will be amazing time for you to revise your taxation to plans, and inheritance also will be here. And for some of you guys, it might be completely about spiritual part of your life, because 8th house is a mystical part of your chart, and it's about esoterics, it's about subconscious mind, it's about astrology, numerology. So you might want to dive deep while these two planets will be retrograding there until first half of April. Now, 8th house is also house of health. Some of you guys might get busy and sort of, let's say, quite busy and quite concerned about your health. Maybe you will go to checkups, get some analysis, I don't know, even some surgeries might happen during this period, because 8th house is about surgeries and critical situations and conception. Now, those of you who have been wishing to get pregnant, first half of April, you might get quite busy frantically about conception, about this in vitro maybe, or even traditional ways, something related to conceiving babies, my dear Leos. But again, this is not the month to do all those procedures to have success. April 13th, full moon, we have in your 3rd house. Now, those of you who are born 15th of August plus or minus 5 days, you will be affected the most, because it's hitting 23 degrees of your sign. Now, full moons are about conclusions, or they put a spotlight. Now, full moon happening in your 3rd house, it's about communication. Like you might cut off some, I don't know, close friend, like might fall off from your life, or some relative. Maybe there will be some coldness, and you might stop talking to that relative that you used to talk daily, because 3rd house is our inner circle people, like those people that we communicate daily, whether it's our friends or our neighbors or relatives or siblings also. Some things might be in your siblings' life. If your life is completely fine, then there will be happening something in your brothers and sisters' life. Now, this full moon will be sweet and sour sort of full moon. Now, let's talk about sour part. In general, whole April, Universe will be speaking to us in riddles, sort of mixed month. Now, this full moon will receive harsh angle from Mars. Now, Mars is in your 12th house since the beginning, I don't know, of the year. And, you know, but Mars rules your also like far lands house. Now, Mars is exactly in your far lands house, plus it rules your foreign lands. You see, it's all about something far. Now, about it could be related to some project, for example, moving somewhere, or like relocating somewhere, let's say, or even like short distance travel. Like by April 13th, you guys might travel somewhere near, somewhere close, or you might start planning it, traveling. You might start planning, more likely here than traveling itself, even though Mars is in your 12th house. Or maybe you are getting ready to relocate, or it could be your siblings or brothers situation. They might come visit you, or something related in their life is, maybe they are finishing, like graduating university. Maybe it might be that they are actually dropping out from university, because this is a harsh, aspect. Something there, like, or maybe they're stopping some courses in the middle, because third house is about courses and learning skills. Either it's your situation, either someone who is close to you. You might all of a sudden stop learning some language, or you might all of a sudden to also like finish some project related to maybe podcast or some social media project that you've been having, that you've been, let's say, preparing behind the doors all alone in solitude, because Mars is in your 12th house. It was giving quite a lot of time for you to be alone, to be in solitude behind the doors all by yourself, and working like on some foreign sort of project. Now, the sweet part of this full moon will be Venus, ruler of the full moon, conjunct Saturn. Now, this is not a good thing, but still, and together Mercury. Now, this trio, they will be in your financial house, 8th house, but they will receive surprise support from Uranus. Now, Uranus will be angel in April, who will be saving us, everyone, sending us, whispering us actually positivity, because this aspect is more like, it's not about action, it's more about a little push so that you make the step. Make sure to make that step. And Uranus will try to help all of us. And Uranus will be situated in your house of career, and plus Mars will make trine. Now, trine is amazing aspect for those of you who are interested in astrology. Mars will make amazing trine to that Venus, ruler of the full moon, from your 12th house. You see, this Mars will be mixing everything. Mars will not like the full moon itself, but then it will support the ruler of full moon, Venus, which will be situated in your financial house. Whatever will be going on, finances will be fine. Seems like you will have enough money, but then at the same time, some sort of still you will need to close some projects or some contract. Maybe you will be signing some contract there, but the terms, you might not like the terms, because maybe you'll need to work overtime, or maybe you need to work night shifts, most probably, because 12th house where Mars is situated is about night shifts, or like traveling back and forth. Maybe 3 months working, 3 months you home, something like this, like with shifts kind of work. It might be this, but then still money will be enough. And in general, it might be related to your career and something in a foreign land. Some sort of contract you will be signing there, my dear Leos. And it might be something that you've been working already a long time, that you wanted to sign the contract already for a long time. So that contract is coming, that deal is coming, my dear Leos. But always remember, when we sign papers, when planets are retrograding or they're turning direct, and exactly on 13th of April, Venus turns direct together with full moon happening there. just so you remember that some things you won't be comfortable with that work, or some things that were promised will not be kept. Something will be off there. And anyhow, nowadays we all can change our job, like, pretty, let's say, easy and fast. So no worries on that. April 17th, the biggest day of the month, something unusual, once in a lifetime happening. Mercury, April 16th, a day before, Mercury goes into your ninth house and finds there the next day Neptune for the first time ever since 150 years. Can you imagine? This thing happened 19th century, in 19th century, so 150 years ago. This is something never happened. We never experienced this vibration in our lifetime before. And Mercury and Neptune, they're conjunct in your ninth house for the first time. Amazing aspect. Now, Mercury rules your finances, plus it rules your house of hopes and wishes. And Neptune is also ruling your finances. Now, the finances that come from other people and into your pocket. Mercury rules finances that is earned by you, and it's in your ninth house. Finally, something will be here coming to fruition, like sort of you will have amazing eureka moment, happy moment in your ninth house. Seems like if you wanted to relocate somewhere, you will have this chance. And most probably it will be because your husband or wife got amazing opportunity, that you had some sort of help there, or sort of you encourage them somehow, or maybe you supported that decision. Your wife or husband might find a like new job opportunity, or your sweetheart, like long-term sweetheart. Or if you wanted to travel somewhere, you might find that travel destination very lucrative, very soothing, let's say, and your sort of next place to live. Now, ninth house is also house of education. Those of you who've been wishing, you might get a news that you got accepted into that university, plus you got the funding from financial institutions, like scholarship, for example. Or that will be situated also somewhere foreign land, so you will be traveling. Ninth house is also about those travel documents, like legal documents, visas, citizenships. If you've been waiting for your visa, you will get positive news by 17th of April. Or if you've been waiting legal case ruling, then you will have amazing result and news actually from that legal case, whether you're involved or whether you are yourself in this area as a profession, let's say. Now, those of you who are teachers and mentors, you will have amazing momentum. You might earn big money, plus you might earn for yourself a fame and popularity as, I don't know, best mentor, best teacher. It will be your shining moment here, my dear Leos. Plus, a ninth house is about religion, and it's about belief in what we believe. And because Neptune itself signifies religion too, here you might have a moment where when you will decide that this is what I believe in life. This is my priority now, to follow this thing. Some sort of moment, like, enlightenment kind of might come here. Now, ninth house is also house of publishing, like books and articles, research. You will get amazing chance and good luck and fortune here. If you're going to publish a book, that book will hit number one on all the shelves, my dear Leos in the shop. Seems like you will get expand, sort of a reach. Ninth house is such a broad house, and it's about foreign lands. Your book will get republished, sort of quite a lot of reach. Like, you will get engagement, amazing, from the whole world. And ninth house is also house of second marriage. If that is your situation, seems like you might decide here to get wed second time. And if you have any exams also to pass here, it will you will have successful results here. April 18th, Mars moving into your first house. Now, this will be one of the biggest also thing. In April, finally, it's in your sign. You know, we all love when Mars is in our sign because it gives us this drive, hunger, courage, action, movement. You know, it gives us this confidence. Like we are a sort of fearless, we move faster, we do, like it's a surge of energy, it's sort of engine, like you know they put some battery inside of you. This kind of Mars energy, and it's amazing. It's always privilege. It's such a competitive edge to have Mars in our sign, and this will happen 18th of April. For the next 2 months, Mars will be fueling your desire and action, you know. So there will be energy until June 17th. Enjoy this, use this. And now Mars rules your ninth house. Seems like you will travel, immediately travel by the end of April, around 18th of April, right after Mars goes into your sign. A lot of you guys might travel. And plus, in general, you will have such a surge of energy to accomplish anything that you put your mind on. Or maybe with education, maybe with legal case, you might get busy with the documents also, to relocation, to travel. You might get busy also teaching something. You know, it's about teachers. It's about also like spreading your knowledge, because Mars is ruler of your ninth house. April 17th, we have new moon. New moons are new energies. Now, new moons, and this new moon will be mixed also. As I said, whole April is mixed. Now, this one will happen in your 10th house. Now, 10th house is the highest house in our chart. It's where we're visible. This is our reputation. This is our influence and our career aspirations. And also social status. Those of you who are born 30th of July, plus or minus 5 days, you will be affected the most because it's hitting 7 degree. Now, this new moon will have harsh aspects from Pluto and Mars. Now, Pluto is a no-joke planet, which is transformational, and it's occupying your marriage house. And Mars is in your first house. Seems like this is new moon, you know, in your social sector. Now, 10th house is also social status, whether we are married, whether we are single, whether we are parents. Seems like by the end of April, these topics will hit number one there. Something bubbling up there because it's a new energy. I would say that there will be some situation related to your marriage or to your long-term sweetheart, where to take this relationship sort of direction, step up or step down, to break it or to make it, sort of, you know, to the marriage next level, or to move in next level, or to break up. Because this new moon, even though it's a new energy, we will have it very mixed energies here in general from universe will be speaking in riddles here, so you will have to put your mind on what you want actually out from this relationship, my dear Leos. It doesn't matter if you're married or if you are in a long-term partner. Now, those of you who are single or just start dating, this is not about you guys. These are about those who are married and those who are in a long-term relationships. Now, 10th house is also career. If you say that it's not about my marriage and plus I'm single, nothing is happening, and I'm happily married, I don't know, then it might be related to your career. Like, and it seems like either it's your career and plus blending your husband's and wife's career, or sweetheart's career. For example, it might be a situation that your long-term partner got a job offer somewhere far with a relocation package, and for that you need to, let's say, be married so that you can move with her or with him. But for now, it's not possible. and you might have here a little bit friction in your relationship. Like either to get fastly married, either to, I don't know, break up, or what to do next. Sort of this kind of situation might come up. Or you will be in general deciding the future, seems like, of your social status, in general, your relationship status, your career status, and also it's involving this person, your one and only, my dear Leos here. Big, huge emphasis here on that. Now, the sweet part of this new moon will be Venus, ruler of new moon, will conjunct Saturn. Now, this is not a sweet, but they will be together in your financial house, eighth house, and they will receive surprise beam from Uranus and Pluto. Now, this Pluto will be some mixing situation. It will sort of will not like the new moon, the tender new moon, but at the same time will support the ruler of new moon, Venus. So you see how universe is speaking sort of in secrets, and Uranus will be saving angel in all this month and whispering some things into our ear so that we make the effort. Now, Uranus will be situated in your house of career and social status, and Uranus rules naturally your marriage house. Now, Pluto will be in your marriage house and relationship house. Seems like they will be supporting. In general, it seems like the idea and the idea between you and your sweetheart is the same, but at the same time the approach and the situation will be falling in a way that you are going different ways, or how to approach sort of different, something will be there frictioning your journey. But then the point is that you are on the same page, you want the same thing, but then something is going apart there. Maybe in a real action or some materialistic way, some things will not be fitting the whole picture, let's say. But here Uranus is telling you, and Pluto is encouraging you to follow, to stick together, to fight through, let's say, because then it will be much easier. Plus, Saturn, is in your eighth house. Now, Saturn rules your work house. Seems like, anyhow, you are both, most likely, you dependent on your husband or on your wife, financially dependent, seems like. Now, for some of you, it will be about career. You might find a new job offer. If it's not about your marriage life, then it's about your career. You might get a new job offer here. You might sign the paper and you might get extremely happy, let's say. And you might start working around this new moon by the end of April. It's amazing, like a chance, sort of. These aspects are also sort of represent a chance. It's a bit of friction so that you a little bit, how to say, improve your situation, make step. And this chance will be presented, my dear Leos. Some of you, it will be about social status, or maybe it's about your father's situation. If it's not about you, if you say nothing's happening in my life, then it could be about your father's life. Something's going on there, my dear Leos. Now, always check your rising sign, because that's the most influential. 99% we can relate to our rising sign. And then check your moon sign and sun sign, because those two, they will complete the whole picture of the month. Love you all. Bye bye.